The sexual harassment policy of the South African judiciary was introduced under the leadership of the Chief Justice Mundisa Maya on the 9th of August, 2025, to uphold the core values of the judiciary: integrity, accountability, equality, dignity, and respect. Sexual harassment remains a deeply entrenched issue in the South African judiciary and the legal profession as a whole. It reminds everyone that the judiciary is committed to maintaining a safe, professional, and respectful working environment. Sexual harassment is taken very seriously. There is zero tolerance for it, whether it is committed by or against members of the judiciary, and any complaint should be handled fairly, quickly, and professionally. To see how this works in practice, let's look at two situations observed by Judge Prudence Lungisa, a High Court judge. Judge Prudence upholds these values, and in the course of her work, she observes two situations involving fellow members of the judiciary. In one instance, she notices Judge Ladima making a comment to Fatima, who works as a judge's clerk after court, focusing on her body and appearance. She clearly feels uncomfortable. In the second instance, Judge Devashri is talking to a court registrar, Samson Mwambo, about a possible acting opportunity. The discussion shifts beyond professional matters, suggesting that spending personal time together outside of work could influence the opportunity. Situations like these help illustrate what sexual harassment looks like and why the policy is important. Simply put, sexual harassment means any unwelcome sexual attention from a respondent who knows or ought reasonably to know that such attention is unwelcome. It also includes unwelcome explicit or implicit behavior, suggestions, gestures, remarks made, communications sent or delivered, electronic communications disclosed to the complainant that are of a sexual nature, or regarding the complainant's or related person's sexual orientation, gender, or gender expression, that has the effect of offending, intimidating, or humiliating the complainant. It may also include an implied or expressed promise of reward if the complainant complies with a sexually oriented request, or an implied or expressed threat of reprisal, or actual reprisal, for refusing to comply with a sexually oriented request. The law supports this. The Employment Equity Act No. 55 of 1998 prohibits unfair discrimination, including harassment based on gender or sexual orientation. Section 6(1) prohibits unfair discrimination, and Section 6(3) confirms that harassment is a form of unfair discrimination and is not allowed. To decide if behavior counts as sexual harassment, the Code of Good Practice suggests looking at several factors: whether it's based on sex, gender, or sexual orientation, whether it was unwelcome, the nature and frequency of the behavior, and its impact on the person experiencing it. By thinking through these examples, members of the judiciary can understand how the policy works in real life, ensuring that the workplace stays safe, professional, and respectful for everyone.